Well, hello guys. And this is kind of going to sum up this episode. This is episode 60. But this is episode 60, the re-record. Due to our cameraman. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? We're in the building again. Deck 1, Deck 2, episode 60. We got no C6. He's somewhere, I don't even know if he's in the country right now, but he's somewhere in the world. Got myself, Fats Official, and I'm here with, I don't know how to describe him. He's a DJ, a graphic designer, producer, ice DJ.
Yeah, all that.
Any more? Is it Soundman. Boy, there's too many. However, he goes by the name of DJ Vibes.
Oh, go on.
Yeah,
Back
DJ
here,
Vibes.
back here again. Again.
DJ Vibes in the building.
Yeah, man. I'm here.
How's things?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. Can't complain. You know, just working.
Literally, works like a run.
You know the slogans. You know the slogans. No, we ain't got that one on today. Sporting the court. The therapy. If you want any merch, you can holler us. You get me? Us in the DMs. The merch is about Deck 1, Deck 2 merch. You know what I'm saying? Just, yeah, man. It's about. So, yeah. DJ Vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Can we start with how you even got the name? How did the name DJ Vibes?
When I was basically, I remember I was younger. I was like in my early teens, and I came home from school one day.
Last week. No, I'm joking. Anyway, go on.
I was sitting on my bed, and it literally just popped into my head, and I stuck with it, and that was it.
That's it?
That was it. I think I was like, I think I was about 11.
So was this like, as in like, so obviously you're saying 11, and it just popped into your head.
Yeah.
But, what, you was a DJ 11?
Yeah, I was obviously like not a DJ, but I was doing like family parties and all that
so
kind of stuff.
You was starting the career.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, I got brought up in it from early, innit? So
when you're saying like brought up in it, what do you mean?
So my uncles obviously have sound system and stuff, so obviously they DJ and stuff. So I got first taught on vinyl, moved to CDs, then obviously from CDs down to laptop.
So you done the transition. You've done the whole.
Yeah.
Man can't chat to me.
I've got vinyl at home. I've got my slappers at home. I've got them.
Okay. So you've done it. Okay. So you're DJing from like 11. You started that, and then how did you? Obviously, not obviously, but you've gone from DJing like family functions to being in clubs. How do you get that kind of transition?
From being in secondary school, I was listening to a lot of SoundCloud mixes. Obviously, MySpace and stuff was still about early, probably when I was like 12, 13, it was popping in. So I see a couple of things on there. I'm starting to see DJs, so I'm seeing like Nitro, I'm seeing Invasion Crew, I'm seeing Nate, I'm seeing all these people around, and obviously transition from like MySpace to SoundCloud. I'm hearing these guys live, and obviously their live audio is in it, so I'm seeing the events that I'm hearing them at. So obviously once I reach the age of that I can go to these clubs, I'm kind of going to these events, and obviously I'm hitting these people up. And
was you of age when you started getting to the clubs, or did you manage to?
No, I was.
Okay.
My mum was a bit strict still.
Oh,
so
okay. You weren't just allowed at 16.
Nah. There was a couple of times I snuck out to a couple like marquee parties and stuff like.
All right.
Yeah, but from that, it was 18. I was outside.
So you hit the clubs.
Yeah.
You're in the clubs now. So you're seeing the DJs that you're listening to live.
Yeah, obviously social media, I'm hitting them up. Networking with a few, being in group chats and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then obviously the clubs were the actual place where I get to meet these people face to face, and obviously start working from there. Reached out to quite a few people. I reached out to obviously Nate, Nitro. I was working with Styler. But obviously from there, just kind of just took off and just made my way up.
Okay. So how did you find, like, obviously because I don't know if it is like this, but in my time, like, it was like I used to hear grime MCs or whatever, and then like, you know, like did you ever have a moment where you see them in person and you're like, that's
Yeah. So that's actually funny because it actually happened. So one time I was at the Coronet.
Yeah.
It was bashment party and Nitro was playing. And obviously I've snapped him. Obviously him playing and he wanted the videos in it. That was one time, and then I saw him like a couple of weeks again later at the same venue, and I went up to him face to face, and obviously we met person by there, and then from there we made a link, and we started working together from there, and obviously that's how I met like you, obviously like Kali, all that kind of stuff, and we started moving from there. So yeah, that's actually an actual real life scenario. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
That's mad.
It's mad.
So you've hit the clubs now, yeah, and how do you find it? Like, what's the transition? Like, obviously playing at family functions to like being in the club.
It's totally different. It's way different because obviously family functions you keep it kind of like more family, innit? Obviously when you're going to a club now, you're doing a set of a specific genre to the crowd, to a mass crowd. Like Coronet was holding like what, 1,500, 2,000 people. Yeah. That's one of my first ever experiences.
So what you're like one of your first bookings was in Coronet?
Yeah. that was from Nate. I remember it was an early warm up, but I remember watching people literally fill that place up.
Okay. So he was there from early.
Yeah, I remember I did the first set, and then literally I watched that place fill up, and it was ram, like easy like 1,500 people in that one space, 2,000 people, just cark, dancehall, soca, all that stuff innit. Same with O2 Islington, there was events there. There's many different places that I went to. And
so like some of your first bookings were
the big,
like,
the big clubs.
Not the 150s,
They were the big clubs, like no joke, big stages. Like people would die to get on. So it's kind of a privilege still. So yeah, man.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's mad.
That is sick. So you've been DJing now for how long? Would you say?
For years, like obviously growing up around it, being taught it from knee high. So I can probably say from 5, 6, 7 years old. I remember having the dual little Newmark CD decks, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, from knee high, primary school days, man, up till now.
So you mentioned that you've obviously played vinyl, CD, laptop. And you're still young,
Yeah.
And we have this conversation all the time, like, and be like, the old man them say whatever, What's your thought? Like, what's your thoughts, Like, what's the one that you think is best, if you know what I mean, or the one you like? What's your choice?
Right now, it's the laptop.
Okay. What's the reasoning behind it?
Because I ain't gotta carry shit.
Okay. So first step is I don't have to carry.
Like if it was still the days of vinyl, a man would have to carry a big ass crate of vinyl, maybe 2 in his hand. Maybe your brethren have to carry one as well, and they're heavy.
Yeah.
Like
and even selecting.
Yeah, like even then your song selection is limited because you only have like what 2 or 3 crates worth of songs. I've got my whole laptop. Yeah, it's got like God knows like.
And not even that you have 2 or 3
record crates, like the actual crate.
But even the the transition of taking one, putting it
back, and then finding the next song, queuing it up. Yeah. Oh, I think that taught me patience though. Playing on vinyl taught me patience because obviously you can't. There's no way you can mix. Well, you can mix as fast if you're experienced in it. But like when I was learning, it was patience and listening to the song and taking my time to beat match and all that kind of stuff. So that taught me patience at first. That taught me how to mix at first, and obviously I applied that to CDs, and obviously from there it just became natural with the laptop.
Would you advise younger DJs to have gone through a transition like that?
If they really want to, if they're passionate about it, then yeah. If not, no, just go with the laptop. Honestly,
just go straight.
Just go straight to laptop.
What about? Here's a question I want to ask because you're in the younger world as well. Yeah. What about the? Because I'm not a DJ in it, so I don't know these things exactly, but I do see the conversations. What about the controller on top of the decks?
Oh, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Because you got like in clubs, you got industry setup, standard setup. You got the CDJs, you got the mixer, you got CDJ. You might even have 4 CDJs in a mixer, and you come and put your CD, your controller on top of it. Like, I don't know. For me personally, I don't like it in it. But
so you think DJs should get comfortable enough to play on the decks in the club?
A lot of us, especially in this scene, we all use the same software, which means it's all pluggable into the same equipment. So yes, learn it.
Okay.
You should be versatile enough to as a DJ.
Is there a major difference between using your controller and using the decks?
No, that's why I say learn other equipment.
Okay, so it's just knowing. It's just not
'cause
being
once
confident enough.
Yeah, because once it's all plugged in correctly,
You're good
yes,
to go.
it's all different layout, but all the buttons do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Everything does the same thing.
Okay.
Everything does the same thing.
Fair enough. So yeah, what's your favorite genre to play as a DJ? I know obviously you can play multi-genre.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick a genre where you're like, listen, that one, I enjoy that one thoroughly.
Does it have to be one?
We'll go with one. Go with one first, and let me see.
At the moment, it's probably dancehall.
Like current dancehall as well.
From way back up to now.
So okay, so sorry, I'm gonna skip the way back stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Because this is often a conversation as well. Everyone's talking about today's dancehall and the fact that it's quite different to what dancehall was in it, and it's like trap dancehall,
Yeah, which it is.
drill dancehall,
Yeah.
this dancehall. So what's your thoughts on that as well?
I agree with it. Like, obviously, yes, I understand everything has to evolve and transition, but the way it is now, if you used to listen to dancehall back then and then listen to dancehall, like say if you listen to dancehall back then and you go into the future, you listen to dancehall now, you wouldn't say this is dancehall.
Okay, yeah.
To me, I wouldn't say it's dancehall because dancehall back then was a lot of dancing and all that kind of stuff, and more like actual dancing make you want to move. Like this stuff here, like it makes like people are rifle walking and busting blanks and all that. Like, but I understand the transition.
But you get the transition,
Yeah.
so you're not in the team complaints.
Nah.
Because there's a lot of team complaints right now.
Because obviously, yes, there's that trap dance stuff, but obviously, like there's obviously quite a few songs that are coming out, especially now, like the gal tune, especially like they're dancehall in it. Like it makes you want to move and stuff. So
Who would you call, or who would you say is like one of the top artists right now, and possibly give one that, like, you know, that one you might have seen or heard a couple tunes, you're saying, yo, listen, that's the next one.
that's a techie one still, because they're making music for the current time, but the music's not lasting.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard. Like there's songs, obviously there's artists that are making songs that pop off, like Skeng. You got Skeng, you got Intense, you got all them lot. But like their songs don't really last.
But you know what? I had this conversation on here with someone about Crocodile T. And people were like, nah, man, Crocodile T ain't gonna be nothing by 2022, 2023. It's gonna be. What's your thoughts on that?
It's still making a statement to this day.
That's what I think.
It's still making a statement to this day.
said personally, Crocodile T is gonna be technically like a Shabba Mother.
Yeah.
It's gonna have it.
Yeah, and it still hasn't been played in a lot of big places yet. Like we haven't had it hasn't been played in Carnival yet.
It hasn't been, bro.
Festivals, it hasn't been played yet.
It hasn't been played in Carnival.
It hasn't.
Oh,
when
my
it gets
days.
played at Carnival, that is going to go off.
You know what? I never even realized that.
It hasn't been played at Carnival. Because remember, he dropped the whole album during the pandemic.
See that? You don't even think about that, did you?
Yeah, so.
But yeah, a couple men were arguing, no, man, Crocodile T's gonna be dead, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that song, yeah, that will do its run for maybe another year or so. But maybe the rest of his other songs, yeah, they will have its time.
And what about an artist that you might say is like a one to watch? Have you got any that you can think of that are like, I've seen him, he seems like he's doing it cool.
Skeng is doing alright.
But Skeng's kind of already, he's...
But he's only been around for about a year now.
I know, but he's got a little lane. I'm talking about the guy who someone might be like, bro, I didn't even know that my man was really... You know what I'm saying? You know, like, okay, look, I just use this as an example. You know, like, Biggs. One Biggs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, no, but you know what?
But his thing blew up, though.
Yeah, his thing blew up, but you know what, though? I watched a couple performances of his. And he didn't look like he hasn't been here. Do you know what I'm saying? He looked like a man who, like, I've seen man perform, and he was going with things, and his thing was overnight.
It's mad.
Viral sensation.
Literally TikTok, and it just blew up from there.
Yeah, and he's actually, I see him on the stage.
Even I played it at a block party, and the whole place got
lift up, innit? Lift up,
bro. Like it's mad.
It's mad, innit?
Mad.
It's mad still. But you know what? I realize that people don't clock it until it gets to boy. I think like,
yeah. It's mad.
Everyone goes mad, but
It's
going
mad.
off
It
still.
goes off.
But yeah, so him, I think he.
And it's mad because I remember when he did the freestyle, I hit him up because he
Oh,
had
is it?
I hit him up. He had like 4,000 followers, and I hit him up because he recorded the song. That freestyle's not a freestyle, so he's a song he's already recorded. But it's on a different rhythm. So I told him go and record it on that same rhythm.
Yeah.
And he's like, he ummed and ahed about it, and then eventually he's done it. When I hit him up about 2 weeks ago, he was on 4,000 followers. He's now on 36k on Instagram.
Bro.
Just from that one freestyle.
Quick things.
Yeah.
Quick things. He's
Mad.
18.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, him, I don't know obviously what's gonna happen next. But obviously, if you're saying that was a song prior to the viral thing,
He's got music because he has sent me some. So
okay, so
yeah.
there you go. So
He's got
I could
potential.
see a potential in him.
Yeah.
I like Jashi, you know Jashi.
Jashi,
He's alright still.
450 as well.
450.
Yeah.
I ain't really heard probably Journey, innit? He's got a Journey. Yeah. So yeah, there's a couple like on the horizon. In Jamaica, they're going.
Yeah, they're going.
They're going
Out there, their songs.
Yeah,
they
but
do
over
things.
here,
It takes long for a song to get from
the
over
transition,
here. Yeah. People wait for
Okay.
trends and stuff to happen, and then.
what about the soca scene? Are you kind of locked in on it? Or?
Yeah. I like, obviously, I'm dancing on soca, innit? So
Yeah.
that's me. I grew up around that. So
So who on the soca scene are you kind of feeling?
I feel like over the soca scene, I prefer the UK artists at the moment because
Okay.
their music, obviously, when they really want to create, they can create in it. So obviously, you got like Mersey, you got Batch, you got Sun Divas, you got Terra, you got all like that collective there. You got Vibes King as well. They make good music in it. It's just they should push it out there a bit more. And obviously, get their following up and their creative side is, when they want to is up there still. It's up there.
Sick. So moving on, I spoke about the DJing. How did you get into producing?
Similar with DJing, I grew up around it. My mum sings, produces.
Okay.
So obviously I had a computer in my room. She gave me my first software, which is Reason. She put it on there and I just started messing with it. Just messing with it. Started making beats on there, different kinds of things, hip hop, dancehall, whatever came to mind I would make. Obviously that was my go-to program at the time. And then obviously once I got my Mac, I kind of used Reason and I used Logic. And then obviously I studied music production and obviously like sound engineering, all that kind of stuff in college. So obviously part of it was a lot of using Logic. So from there, I was using Logic pretty much more than anything. Obviously finishing college now, I just was making music left, right and centre. Left, right and centre. But like I said, it's in the blood. Like my mum makes music, one of my godmothers makes music, like my mum's in the music industry, innit? So I couldn't really avoid it in a sense. It was there, it's in the blood. So
When it comes to producing now, you've produced some rhythms out there. You got some rhythms on the road. They're still doing the rounds. You know what I mean? I see videos pop up every now and then.
Every now and again,
I know that
yeah.
producer. So if you can give them like what's the names of some of the rhythms you've produced?
So one of the first ones was the Baka's Rhythm. Obviously, that was me, Nitro. There's Nitro on there. Obviously, there's Kala on there. There's the.
For a cameraman sick, he might be able to like play it a little bit.
Yeah, obviously we get probably something in the background. Yeah.
If he's sick.
So guys, I don't know if he's gonna introduce it, but I'll send it to him. Baka's Rhythm might be playing in the background and here.
I'm joking. We don't pay. I don't know if it's in the budget. No, I'm joking.
I mean, it should be because he technically.
Oh yeah. For real, we got extras.
Nah, man, it's all right. Good. I'll clear it.
Yeah.
I'll clear it.
But So Baka's.
There's Baka's. There's Coconut Rhythm. I think the most well-known song in that is IQ's Vibrate.
Yeah.
I've also done other little bits and bobs that Kalai's done on. I think who else? Marley's been on, and then obviously the latest one. It's not latest. It's a bit old now, but Belly Dancer Rhythm was the big one.
How old is it?
2 years.
Is that old though?
I made
you
it.
know what I mean?
It's not old, but it's old. I made it 2 years ago this month.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago in May, during the pandemic. I was bored out of my head. I couldn't sleep because it was hot. Remember, like it was hot.
Yeah.
And it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I could hear the rhythm in my head, and I laid it down with it. It took me about 45 minutes.
Is it?
Literally, done.
So then that was it.
That was it. I sent it out. Listened to people's feedback. I had to send it out. So I sent it out to like Nitro. I sent it out to quite a few artists. Listened to feedback. Couple of suggestions. I didn't like none of them. And then because the rhythm wasn't actually finished, like there wasn't a no. I just set them bass and drum. They were liking it. Obviously, they're like, yeah, put this in there, put this melody in. I was like, And what I did, I put in extra instruments and I played the by accident, and it worked.
Okay.
I just stuck with it. That was it. Once I put that in there, I arranged it. I done the structure, left it, sent it out. done, and then it took from around June time until the following January for everyone to record and get it put out, which is a very long process. But
So what are we looking at? That's about 6-7 months.
7 months, yeah. But what I did, obviously during the pandemic, there was headphone parties, so there was a lot of headphone parties. So I kind of pushed it out through that. There was DJs freestyling on it. We did lives, all that kind of stuff, and obviously it built its buzz from there. So when it finally dropped, it kind of just went and it rolled. It did rolled.
So who have you got on that one? Artist-wise.
There's Nitro, there's DJ Dio, there's Uncle Shax, there's DJ Strikes, there's Kali, there's Marley, there's Blings, there's Birthday IGM, there's Cutty 876, there's Beanie G, there's Esprit. It's a very big rhythm, put it that way.
So you got Lali on it.
There's Lali, yeah. There's about 15, 16 songs on there.
You got Spooky.
Yeah, there's about 15, 16 songs in there still.
Yeah, there's a good few. There's a good few artists. So I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Your favorite track?
I don't have one.
You don't have a favorite track
No.
on the rhythm?
No.
None of them are like that one. I have to play that one every time I go.
Do you know what, when I go somewhere, I think
play your rhythm.
the ones that I always play is Belly Dance by Uncle Shax. That one I'll always play.
Okay.
That one, Nitros will get a squeeze. DJ Dio's One for the DJ. I think those three I will play the more out of the rest of them.
Okay.
But if I can, or where I can, I will play as much as I can without dragging it out, because obviously it's a big rhythm in it. So, yeah.
Okay. So what is it like here? Because obviously I'm not a producer in it, but what is it like hearing or seeing the reaction to your rhythm?
It's actually overwhelming, because when it's doing the correct thing. Obviously people feed off that energy in it. So when you're seeing people feed off the correct energy from the songs, then it's like it's kind of like a mission complete type thing in it. Like it's doing its purpose. It's doing its purpose. So yeah, I'm proud of myself for that, man. I can't lie. Yeah.
Have we got any more production?
There is still. I'm working on a couple bits and bobs still. I'm gonna link up with a couple people and do.
So would this be a rhythm again, or would this be?
I feel like I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'll see how things go, because when it comes to me and producing, I can't force it in it. So if I make something, if I open my other laptop and start producing, I'm gonna make what comes to mind. If it ends up as like something I can make a rhythm out of, then I will. If not, then I might just give it to like.
Sorry, just a second. You slipped that in quite neatly, but so you have two laptops.
Yeah.
So you have like a producer laptop.
Yeah. So this is the DJ laptop. This is literally nothing but my music on it. Where I
so you're a DJ that one doesn't get Netflix or that.
Nope.
That's very good, because I've seen some man in the middle of the rave, the laptop is crashing.
Yeah.
I think that's because you was watching something you shouldn't have been watching yesterday.
More time before a set, I like to reset it. Restart.
Well, that's very smart, because me as a host, I don't want to talk for half an hour when your laptop crashes. DJs, okay? Yeah, I don't want to have to start. Everyone's looking at me.
It's embarrassing for DJs still.
You,
You're meant to be a big DJ and your laptop's doing that. That's a mad thing.
But I think that's because some DJs, advice to any young DJs, do what Vibes does. Maybe have two laptops.
If you can afford it.
If you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because this using your laptop for Netflix and downloading all sorts of stuff, and then next minute the laptop's not doing what it needs to do.
This literally has my music and my music on it only.
In the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
My other laptop has Photoshop, Logic, Safari, all that kind of.
Alright then. Yeah. Alright, cool. So you're gonna work on some more rhythm or songs. You're not sure if you're gonna do the rhythm lane again, but I've
got artists that I can work with and stuff. So
you made some good connections throughout.
Throughout a couple of years.
And what happened? Okay, I just need to know this. What happened? Because I know him in it, so I know there was talks of there being like a part 2.
Not happening.
But it was somewhere recorded, correct?
Yeah.
But you just kind of.
It's not happening.
And what's kind of like the reasoning behind?
The first project wasn't finished, and I feel like, because I didn't feel the energy and I didn't feel like that was complete, I didn't feel like I should go and start another project without the first one being completed. And I was I wasn't off put, but I was kind of just, put it to one side, let me just push the rhythm how it is for now, because it's doing its works, innit? So, I was just like, nah.
Do you have a favourite producer?
No.
You don't have anyone that you're like, nah. You know, some people going, Timbaland or Pharrell or... You don't have like.
Obviously, I do like them. Like they're like Timbaland, Neptunes, like all them man. They're like I was listening to like a lot of their productions. Of dancehall wise, there was Dave Kelly. There's loads of people that I could like that I'd listen to and go back and listen to different sounds. And be like, oh, cool, I want to use that sound or use something similar to that sound and put it in my dance production because I'm old school in it. Like I don't like to make current dancehall in that sense in it. So that's why I feel like it's harder for me to make music now because the stuff that I want to make sounds a bit more older than what the current time is in it. So the drill and the trap dancehall stuff, I don't really. I can make it. It's very easy to make, but it's not what I want to do. Like there's enough of that already as it is. I'd rather make songs that are more orientated for the gal or that are more jumpy, a bit more dancey in it. To make it a bit more dance, at least in that sense. So yeah.
So you did mention that you got the Photoshop and all of that on the other laptop. So on to the next, what do you call it? String to your bow. And, graphic design.
Yeah.
Did you design this?
Yeah.
Here's one I made earlier. No,
literally.
But yeah, so how did like that come about? How did you get into?
I think it was also along with DJing, innit? Like I was making mixes and I needed artwork when I'm putting out SoundCloud mixes, so I just messed around on. At first, I used a program called GIMP, and then eventually I just taught myself Photoshop, and now I know Photoshop back of my hand. So it's just literally teaching myself using YouTube a lot of the time for tutorials, getting different templates and like going through the layers and just seeing how they did different bits and bobs, and then just applying it to my own stuff, and then just. So
this was not frustration, but like I just need.
Yeah. Do you know what it is for me? I don't want to pay anyone to do it. Yeah? If I could do it myself, I'm not going to pay someone to do it. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
No sense at all.
So and then when you like graphic design wise, you do it for people? Do you do it just for yourself? Do you do it?
More time is for myself. I used to do it for people quite a lot, but because it's a lot of work, I've stopped kind of putting it out there that I can do it. If people ask me and it's like the correct person and they're paying the right money, then yeah. If not, then no. Okay. So if it's for, obviously we do events, guys. If you didn't know, we do Caribbean Party UK. Our events, yes, it's not a problem. Anyone else, yeah, 50-50 chance. I can't ever lie to you. So if you're gonna hit me up for flyers,
it's not really. Well, it's not gonna happen, guys. Sorry. So you might have to just get someone to do one like that. Just use it as an example. Yeah. And
if I'm feeling generous, then yeah. But if not, good luck.
Okay.
Good luck. I can't lie to you.
Okay. So that's kind of it with the design stuff. We can't really go much further with that, unfortunately, guys. But you also, I don't know what you call it, but you make sound system equipment.
I make audio equipment. So audio equipment. That's my electronics side of things. Obviously, applying it to music and everything, and being in the sound system industry. A lot of sound system equipment, obviously, when I was growing up, was handmade in it, or made. Okay. You couldn't get it shop bought, basically. So my uncle had something called a preamp, which is basically like the brain of the sound system that literally controls everything. So you plug in your decks, and that goes to like your different amps, and it then controls the different sounds that go to your speakers. So I'm very technical in it. Like as a youth, I was always in. So if I see them open up the preamp and they're servicing it, I'm gonna look like I'm just whatever. So I kind of just taught myself using my electrical knowledge and just taught myself. And now I make the same things that they use, and I build my own stuff for my own sound system. I build stuff for other sound systems. My stuff's in Canada, Miami, Belgium. There's stuff I've shipped around the world for different sound systems.
So what is it like? What are you making? Are you making speakers?
No, not speakers. It's signal processing. Okay. So the amps and stuff, that's after. That's the step after. So with a general PA system or any sound system, you have like your source, so like your decks, for example, and I'll go to your signal processing. So for example, I might make a crossover, which is basically what splits, I don't know, the frequencies going to your bass speakers to your tops, for example. Okay. So I make something like that, and they can control it, have like different EQs and stuff to make it sound how they want it to sound, to tailor to different rooms, all that kind of stuff. So I make it handmade so that they can have it tailored to their system, whereas if you get it shop bought, you might have limitations. Okay. Whereas me, I can customize my own equipment and my own circuits to how they want it. So it's a bit more better for them in a sense. So yeah, they still might have shop bought stuff, but their main signal process on the main brain of their systems might be, for example, my equipment or another builder's equipment. Yeah. Okay.
Do you know like of any sound systems or companies that you might have like worked like I don't know if you can. I'm not saying name drop, but I just mean like
I can do Volcano Sound. So if you look go to Carnival, Volcano Sound's a very big sound. Some of my equipment is behind their signal processing rack. There's quite a few systems that I've worked with and built for and tested things with, like Abashanti. I've tested some bits on him. There's so many. There's loads. Yeah.
Sick. How do like, obviously I'm not in that world. How do people like know that you do that, if you know what I mean? I don't
on that side
I
of
don't
things,
really see you. It's not like it's on your Snapchat.
yeah,
you show
them things
that
there. That whole side of things is more Facebook, innit? I can put it on Instagram, but I have quite a large following on Facebook. I think my Facebook page, my business page on that side has like 3,000 likes, and I've only had it up for like maybe like a year and a half now. Since I've launched it. I've got my own website, and I get people all over the place just hitting me up. Obviously I've got a business WhatsApp as well, so if they can't get through to me on Facebook, they get my number on the Facebook page, and they hit me up on my WhatsApp, and then we go from there.
Sick. So there you go, guys. Is there like a
if you type in Moses Audio UK, you can literally find me. Anyone who's a sound system, hit me up.
Okay.
Want some equipment, hit me up. Or you can hit me up.
Hit you up. Just hit him up.
Like,
Just hit him up.
Hit me up. Hit me up.
Hit him up. It's
DJ Vibes,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's all there.
Okay.
It's all there.
Cool. So moving on now. I don't know if I'd say you've acquired this recently then, innit? But you are also an artist DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah? You DJ for Amaria BB. She sings songs like
Slow Motion. That's her biggest hit. Cheaters. She got Funds with Skilly Bang. She got a load of songs.
she got EP and she's got like
she's doing another one soon as well.
Okay.
Like more like a mixtape, but yeah. She's got some more music
but
coming out for the summer.
she's got things going on. So how did that come about? How did you become an artist DJ?
With her, I kind of we just built that relationship. Like
Okay.
like during lockdown, it was at different functions. Just I would DJ, I'll play her songs, and then eventually she would just come over. I'll draw her up basically.
Okay.
So we'd be like at a little function outside during lockdown. I'll play her songs and I'll draw her out, and she would come and sing whatever. And I think the first actual time where she called me was her first headline show back in December. It was her first ever headline show. She didn't have any music out then. She only had Slow Motion.
Okay.
It was a build up to her EP, which dropped in February. So she had no music at the time in February, only just Slow Motion. She hit me up to like vibes. I needed to DJ. So we done rehearsals, all that kind of stuff. We went through the whole set list, and then we done the actual show. Went perfect. She loved it. I was like, "Listen, what are you telling me?" She's like, "DJ."
What's that process like with regards to the rehearsals? Is it her saying what she wants, or is it like you saying, this kind of works, or is it a bit of both?
So a lot of the time, if it's for whatever we're doing, we have to find out how long our set time is, whatever. And I'll be like, cool, what do you want to do? And she just tells me, and then we just go from there. We kind of feed off what we want to do. She has a lot of exclusive stuff that I'll listen to and be like, cool, maybe you might want to put this in there just to long it out a little bit, because sometimes she gets like quite long sets, like 25, 30-minute sets. So it's just like, obviously we have like the go-tos that we'll because I've got a playlist with all our music. We have the go-tos there, and then we'll just put in little bits and bobs in between. And then, so like we practice quite a lot. So there's certain songs that we'll mix together, or there's certain, like we won't just let the whole song play out like this. Like she'll maybe like sing like a verse and a chorus. And then I'll mix in the next song and she'll go straight into it. There's no talk, there's no speech, it's straight in. So we've built that chemistry, we've got that link, and a lot of people have said that we've got a good chemistry to be working together. So yeah, that's the formula from now. That's how it is from now. So wherever you see her, you're gonna see me.
So this is newly technically acquired, yeah.
Yeah.
So you haven't. So this year, you're gonna be doing stages like Wireless, Afro Nation,
Caribbean Rocks, the City Splash this Sunday, DLT in Malta. What else is there?
Well, that's enough, really.
Yeah, it says they say enough, innit? They say enough. Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. So far.
Like, what's your like? Have you ever done festivals before? Like
not of that scale.
Of that scale.
No way. I think the biggest festival I have ever done, not as an artist teacher, but as a DJ, is probably Notting Hill Carnival.
Okay. And that to me, obviously, I've done carnival with it, but I don't know why, but I've never like seen it as a festival, if you know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, like people come and go. They follow the float, but they like, you know what I mean. I don't know. It's just
it's like an outdoor party. You know?
Yeah, I don't see it like. You know, like when you're at a festival, everyone is kind of like here for
in front of you. Yeah.
They're just here for you.
The pressure's a lot more on when you're at a festival. Even at a show, like her headline show that she done back in April, she had like 600-700 people, and even that, like if people watch me, my face is screwed. Like I'm watching her, like my concentration is.
Because you know what I've clocked here. Like obviously, I study a lot of things. Innit? It's like so, like when obviously as being a DJ is. Being a DJ, and obviously the crowd, you don't have to study the crowd, but you gotta watch the crowd. If you know,
I've got to watch the crowd, but I've got to,
You can do both. You can DJ and play. And the crowd's there.
For real.
If 10 people in front are not dancing, 10 people are not dancing, cool.
It is what it is. Yeah.
But there's people dancing, and I'm doing what I'm doing, innit? But when you're the artist DJ.
I'm not watching the crowd.
You can't watch the crowd technically.
No.
But you just got to focus on what the artist is
because
doing.
she might give me signals.
Yeah.
She might
do something spontaneous.
Yeah, like it's mad. You might have to wheel it up if she does a mad thing. Like, like it's just mad. Like sometimes there's people trying to talk to you and tell me to one ear.
Zone.
I'm not listening. I can't lie to you. I can't because I can't flop the performance. Like it's like you're watching her, so I can't flop that because I'm providing the music at the end of the day, innit? So I can't be.
So how are you finding it so far? Though? Like obviously,
I love it.
You haven't done none of the festivals yet.
Not yet. No. That's where like I'm telling myself now. I'm ready, but at the same time, it's kind of scary. In a sense.
No. Obviously, like because you know you're doing them, it's exciting, innit? But it's when you're actually doing it. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's in the moment.
When you go
in the moment, step on the stage, and then you look at the crowd.
Exactly.
It's mad.
That's when it's a bit mad. But
that's when it's gonna be mad.
You've done. Look, from what you said, your first bookings were in 1,000 capacity. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, these are going to be, let's just say, tens of thousands. But if you've done
it's a step up.
Thousands, you know what I'm saying? If you've done thousands, you can kind of do those numbers. You know what I mean? Because it's not impossible.
Nah, of course not.
Do you know what I mean?
It's just a step up to what
one of them festivals are you looking forward to the most? Then?
Caribbean Rocks.
Okay.
Yeah. That's more us.
Yeah.
It's more where she'll get a more better response of her music because obviously she's like alternative dancehall in it, R&B type. Obviously, Wireless, Afro Nation, whatever. Her songs are big to that crowd in it, but we can go a bit more.
You can go a bit more in depth. You can play the songs that they might not know, but they will feed off it. Vibe because it's a vibe.
Yeah, because it's our culture. It's our type of music in it.
Have you attended some of these festivals before yourself? Like just one. You've been to a Wireless before?
No, never been Wireless in my life.
No, it's crazy still.
Only because them lineups don't really interest me.
I hear you. I've been a couple times still.
Yeah, like obviously I play the music and stuff, but me going to see them live,
No, not for you. No. I was there. I done last year. I done the VIPs.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying
I done the VIP. That's not the same because it's not
main stage.
Yeah, and people come and go, and it's like it has a little vibe, but it's not crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I done the VIP. I've gone there just as a spectator, just to see, and it's one of them kind of
mad feeling.
Yeah, like it's a big space. You know what I mean? And they fill it obviously, and there's all different acts that come up. So man, it should be. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It should be enjoyable. So hopefully I can get some footage to show the people them what I go on as well from beginning to end, because that's what we plan to do as well. Just get a videographer in from like when we're like probably like the day before even. It's like rehearsals. Okay. Up until us waking up, probably us going out to get food. Yeah. Us getting ready with that kind of stuff, following us to the venue. Just give a proper behind the scenes. I want to proper vlog it. Yeah. So. Yeah. That's the aim. So is there are you gonna like pick up a camera maybe, or I might just have to use my phone. No, I'm just talking about all the other things you oh, do. No. I'm talking about all the other things you do already. I'm like, what else might you do? You start designing clothes or something? Like what's next? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But so you haven't got no more like you're looking to add. I want to stick to what I'm doing at the moment and just focus on them and build them. So the DJing,
the events, obviously me with my business and the sound system stuff. I just want to focus on those things and build them to where I can put them at a level where I'm like, all right, cool guys, this is me, or people know that as me, or Caribbean Part UK or whatever. Like, that's what I'm trying to build up.
So what do you think about, like, this is just a general topic here, but what do you think about sped up dancing? What's your thoughts on
If it's
that?
overly sped up, it's stupid, isn't it? Like there's sped up and then there's ridiculous.
Because I've heard like on a Mario, like slow motion.
That's stupid. That's stupid.
That one.
Like, that is ridiculous. Like you hear that on TikTok. Like
That one.
even the same with IQ's Bun for Bun. There's a mad fast version. Like I just feel like that song is meant to be slow. Like the producer wouldn't make it slow if he didn't want it to be slow. So why is it being sped up and you don't fucking TikTok?
Well, I've heard the fast version of
Belly Dance.
Belly Dancer.
Oh, bruv.
Your own tune. I've heard the fast version of that.
I remember when someone put it on SoundCloud, bruv. I wanted to get onto it.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole SoundCloud for that.
Yeah, there is. There's SoundCloud.
So that means technically there's a whole market.
Yeah, there is.
There's like people who...
I think certain people's, there's certain songs that actually have more streams as a fast version than the original song. Which is mad.
So but aside from them song, like someone actually making the sped up song, what about the DJs playing it at that? You know, like when you go in
ridiculous speeds or just fast.
Well, a bit of both.
Fast. If it's fast and it's acceptable fast, If it's ridiculous fast, you're gonna get looks, and it happens. We've been to places where some DJs have done some very shaky and accountable things, and we've looked at it like raw. Like it's mad. Like everyone looks like we can be like, for example, on the stage at Scala, and the DJ will like speed up a song mad fast, or like a mad thing might happen. We will look at each other, and then he's looking around, and we try to side eye it. Like, but if it's too fast, don't do it, please. Like, it sounds mad. You make it sound like chipmunks. Like it's not great.
I saw a DJ say as well the other day that like they struggled because, like you said, obviously we no longer go into a party and are the raver or even just the person in the party. If you know what I mean. Even if you're not raving, you're just there.
Spectating,
but you always technically have your DJ area.
Of course, all the time.
But do you think that is a good or bad thing, or do you think that's just like it is what it is?
It is what it is.
Because sometimes,
especially if you're not booked for that event, like it is what it is. Like, you're very like analytical. If you're not booked,
I think that's the case, isn't it?
If you're not booked for that event, but you're at that event from like say like 1 o'clock and that party finishes at 4, you're listening to a good amount of music and a good amount of DJs. So you're gonna be listening to like what these DJs are doing, and that's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Because when I first started going to clubs, like Coronet, all them places there, I was listening to see how these DJs were mixing songs, what songs they were playing. So in a sense, it's good in it because obviously I'm picking up music because there's songs obviously back then that I didn't have that obviously I would add into my crates and be like, oh, you can mix this with this, or I can do that, or this host is saying this, I might pick up on that one day. But if it's a thing where the DJ is not doing so great, you're gonna be like, rah, why are you booked?
Yeah.
Like it's a bit mad. Like you're gonna screw up your face every now and again, like, right, that was a bit mad. That mix was a bit shaky, or that speech didn't make any sense. Or it's gonna happen, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I think sometimes like we should be able to be in the rave and just because you know what it is. It's what I always say in it. Really, the ravers, a lot of the time, not that much of them are as analytical as us, if you know what I mean.
But
you think they are?
Yeah.
No,
they're not as analytical, but they are analytical.
No, I hear you, but what I mean is like ravers in a club, we might be thinking, why did that DJ mix that song with that song, But the crowd are just enjoying themselves.
They're going off.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say a name, but he's been written off, so.
Oh. Okay, let's not do that. Can't not joking. But yeah, like that. So that happens, and then we're the ones kind of always looking like, right, my man's but sometimes I look at the crowd.
They're going off.
They're just going off.
You have to run with it.
Like I work with so many different DJs.
You about to call a name. You was about to say.
No. I weren't. I'm just saying I work with so many DJs. Like,
You've done it.
I work with so many DJs that like sometimes obviously I know in it, this DJ, I know what he or she's gonna do, and I get what they're gonna do, and they're kind of like they can DJ in it. And then I work with some DJ and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And like, I just don't know what, but I'm not really a hostess. Like, I'm not a do this host, innit?
You basically wing
I'm just going to work with whatever you're doing, innit?
yeah.
Like, I'm going to cover it up if I can or whatever and try and, do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, some men are going to say, no, stop, DJ play, do you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that always works as well.
It doesn't.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's going to obviously throw the DJ off. It might throw the crowd off now. Do you know what I mean?
And the crowd will look at you weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it, you can feel it as well. If you do something mad and it flops or whatever, like the crowd look at you and you really like, they go silent.
Yeah.
And you can feel that.
Yeah.
It's pressure still. It's pressure.
All right, so you spoke about Coronet, yeah? Obviously, that's gone. What's like your favourite club to play in now?
I don't have one.
There ain't one at the moment. What's your favourite club you've ever played in? Then?
Definitely the Coronet.
Coronet.
Yeah, because the vibes in there were unmatched.
What about even like abroad? You ain't got like abroad that you might have played in. Have you been IB for before?
No.
You've been IB for. You've been S Paradise, innit? Yeah. Sick club, innit? Yeah, I like that. That's like a when you go when you go IB for. Yeah. S Paradise is like one of them kind of. It's not like it's just mad because partly as well. There's a swimming pool in the. You can have a swimming pool in the middle of the club. Like so, it's a club, but it's a swimming pool. It looks like one of them old school cathedral looking. Old school kind of venues. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all that aesthetic. But obviously, clubs here and clubs abroad are two completely different worlds. You get me?
Especially in London, like we're very limited as to where we can play in it. So yeah, I don't really have a favorite.
You don't really have a favorite? Damn, son. I've had some favorites. I'm not really a Scala fan, but Ministry.
Okay, yeah, I've played in there before a couple of times.
The sound is very good. And you know what I like? Acoustics of venues.
Yeah.
So like Box Parks have very good acoustics. Like you can hear everyone.
Everything,
It looks good.
Yeah.
Like you can see everyone. Like the layout is good.
Yeah.
The other day I was in a club. The booth is in the corner. The club goes into an L.
I know exactly what club you're on about.
I can't see no one round the corner.
That's in Lewisham or them sides there, innit?
No, I was in Woolwich.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It was bad.
Okay.
It was bad. So if there's any club owners watching, speak to a DJ. Speak to even equipment.
Yeah.
I see a lot of DJs complain about equipment.
Yeah, a lot of clubs should have industry standard equipment because really and truly, we can bring our own, but you're a club in it. Like you don't know who your clientele is gonna be. So one day you might have me, next day you might have David Guetta. David Guetta has requirements and he's gonna request that. So if you can't get that, boy.
Have you ever had a rider yet?
Yeah.
You had a rider?
Yeah.
What's on your rider?
Industry standard equipment, and then drinks and maybe entry depending on where I'm going. But that's more time out of London. Or like
so your drinks rider?
A bottle of Hennessy and either Coke, cranberry or apple juice.
I keep it simple, you know. Mine's like water and
is there
Red
as well,
Bull.
Yeah.
But it's proper simple. Like some people tell me, yo, listen, you need to up your you need to like get a bottle or something. But you know what, as well, I'm gonna complain again. Promoters, you should be doing riders. Slightly.
Or providing drinks for the DJs.
At least,
like,
man.
Have something there. Like
get them a one bottle. Like we're in the club, everyone's mouth is dry.
We're working in it. Like
we're looking at each other.
We're working for you essentially in it. Like at least like patting us something. Like especially if you're a host, like you're gonna be talking for 2-3 hours sometimes. Like you get them bookings. Like
my rider is definitely gonna be in from my next bookings. Whoever books me next, the rider's in with the booking now because all of this.
Some of these drinks prices are ridiculous, especially like if you're in like central, like East Central London, like Shoreditch, them places there. Nah.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
Comes out our wages. We shouldn't technically have to pay that.
No, 100%.
We should also be getting paid straight after the event too. So, yeah.
Any more?
A lot of us would like deposits as well, but some of you lot don't.
Yo,
and
listen,
some of you lot have a lot of money too.
We might have to do on this one, yeah. Get like like when you like a little list, a little line.
Yeah. Literally.
For the promoters and the club owners, have a little line here with little Yeah,
But that's
we need
it's mainly in
this.
London. It's mainly in London though, because when I get booked outside of London, like especially when I get inquiries through my email, everything that I request for, I get
You get, yeah.
one time, and they don't take no long thing either. Like I got quite a few bookings in Birmingham in the summer,
Okay.
and like the same day, if I respond the same day with like an invoice, the technical spec, my rider, and deposit amount and my bank account details, I'm getting that same day,
That's
and
it.
it's in my calendar the same day, no late thing.
So London promoters, do you think that's because, yeah?
They become accustomed to it.
And not that they're sport for choice, but they're technically sport for choice. As in
course.
like
There's loads of
the
us.
market is,
Yeah.
the pool of DJs
Yeah.
is so big.
Yeah. And because only a few of us feel that way, or they don't, do you know what it is? A few of us feel that way, and we either A, speak it up, or there's a few that won't say nothing. So that's the majority of people that won't say anything in it. So they'll just feel like, well, because the majority of people ain't saying anything, they're not going to do it.
Okay. So you're obviously, technically, you're not a vet, but you're like young vet.
Yeah.
So we call you like young vet, yeah? So, because you've been around for a time, you're hitting some major stages, you're going on some tours and doing some dates and festivals and thing. What advice would you give to a young up-and-coming DJ?
Don't be afraid to ask. Keep going, even though you don't feel like doing it. Just don't stop. Just keep going. Just hit up people. Get in to as many places as you can, whether it's small or big. Like, just try your luck with everything that's possible within reach. Literally, like the worst that you can be told is no. Someone's gonna say yes eventually. So keep going out there, keep following, keep networking, all that kind of stuff. Keep practicing. Create content, get yourself out there, and yeah, the more you're getting yourself out there, the higher the chance you will get seen, basically. So,
what do you think about? Because you said like obviously, don't be afraid to ask. What do you think about like asking for bookings?
I don't see a problem with it. If you're interested in that event or that brand, ask.
Okay.
If the promoter tells you no, leave it for a bit, do some more work, ask again.
Okay.
They will eventually say yes.
They might not.
If they don't, then they don't. Move on.
But sometimes
It's a straight no.
listen, it's good advice vibes, yeah. But also, you have to know
Find a different avenue.
when it's just that, like
When no means no. It's
yeah,
no.
and you gotta know that maybe sometimes you gotta know, yeah, what event is for you and what event isn't for you, innit? Some events are unfortunately not for you, innit? Like not every event that you think you need to be on,
Of course.
are gonna be for you, innit? Like I see many events, I think that event needs a host.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I can look at that flyer, that event needs a host, but they ain't got a host. I don't know why. I don't know like what they decided to do, but they didn't get a host, innit?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that is what it is, innit? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think obviously reach out to people, ask them questions.
Network.
Sometimes even inquire as to why you didn't get the booking as well.
Yeah.
Because it might be a case of I need to do a bit more work.
Literally.
Or it might just be that I don't think you fit our model.
The brand, yeah.
Yeah, our brand, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes.
How it is. There's plenty of avenues to go down, especially in London. There's all different types of scenes and promoters left, right and centre. So just keep asking, keep going around, keep networking. You'll eventually get booked, and then from you get booked, people start seeing, and then it just builds up from there.
And obviously we spoke about loads of different things that you're currently doing. Is there anything like that you have like planned for the future? Like what's the next kind of, is there already like a next step where you kind of like in the motion?
I'm kind of
everything
just
that's happening?
focusing on building my brand at the moment, innit? Building my name. Still trying to be more consistent with the bookings. All that. Obviously, I get bookings and stuff, not toot my own horn, but
Well, you put up the schedule them every couple days.
nah,
The
that's one thing I'm trying to do like every week now.
The
So
schedule's just added on another 10, another 10,
yeah,
another
I'm
10.
trying to do that a bit, like on a weekly thing, just to obviously create content and stuff. But aside from that, just building my brand, building the brands that I'm involved in, and just focusing on them so that they're consistent no matter what we do. Whenever we do it, it's going to be something somewhat successful, innit? And it's something that is worth people's money, because there's a lot of things out there that are not worth people's money, or they're not happy with at the end result. Like I'd rather put on an event that's people enjoy, and they'd rather come back to. Whether I do the event once a year or 3 times a year, they know that it's me, and they know that they're gonna have a good time in it. So it's focusing on that and building up a clientele and a database that is that set of people, so that, like I said, when they come to my events, they're happy, innit?
Okay. Give them your socials. Let them know where they can find
All my
you.
socials are there. It's DJ Vibes. Everything. You type in It's DJ Vibes on Google, Instagram, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Twitter, Facebook.
Bebo, High Five,
Literally.
MySpace.
Bebo and MySpace will probably still be there.
Raw.
Yeah.
There you go. The old school.
Yeah.
The old school people. Them.
Yeah.
If you're like 40 plus or something, let me resurrect one of them old school things.
Literally.
But yeah, this was Deck 1, Deck 2, episode 60. The re-record. Yeah.
The revamp.
Yeah. DJ Vibes, big up for
man.
coming through, my brother.
Come on, man.
Yeah, Fats Official. Make sure you listen to us on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Fats Official UK. And make sure you subscribe, like, youtube.com/Deck 1, Deck 2.